Okay, here we go. We're back with another World Cup playthrough. Tonight we are looking at Old Hammond Ridge from bennyk315. So Benny, he made it into the Dream Team field last winter as an alternate. Put out a really nice course, Low Country Yacht Club. He's a big fan of doing Parkland style courses with kind of sort of winged footy looking greens, and I think that's what he decided to go for with this one. So let's give it a run. Nicely planted clubhouse in the background. So, again, this is my first time playing the course. I have not seen it up to this point. I'm simply going to give my first impressions. They're definitely not refined or anything. And yeah, I'm using the 281 carry driver, uh, pro difficulty, scout cam off, follow cam off. So we got a really narrow looking fairway here that kind of snakes around some bunkers, but not an overly long par 4 to start us off. Reasonably flat first hole green. We've got yeah, I think this is kind of a Benny special, sort of greens with like little compartments and kind of squared off. So it looks like we've got, it's hard to tell what it's doing around the pin from here, but yeah, reasonably straightforward opening hole. Okay, so now we can get a better look at the green. Just kind of very sharp back to front. You've got a back tier there. With a false front. Just kind of classic. Seems like in hindsight you want to make sure you're below the hole on this one. Oh, hi, Justin. Okay, so whole lot of trees. This kind of feels like one of those deals where they'd bring in Gil Hansen and he'd take out a bunch of trees. All right, so we got like a semi-drivable par 4. I'm curious what's the rub with this one. Is there a bad place to miss it? Or if I just can I just blast it into one of the bunkers and have a reasonably easy up and down? But given the clubs I'm toting here, I don't think going for it really makes sense. Probably easiest just to bunt a hybrid out there. Alright, and we've got kind of a partially blind second shot here. Green looks pretty square. Looks like the bunkers kind of are, the mounds coming off the bunkers and kind of go into the green. That kind of creates the contours. Oh, I think I made it. Yep. I thought that had a chance. Well, I didn't really get to critique that green very much because I didn't get to putt on it. Got the restroom on the third tee in case you forgot to take a leak before you teed off. Very nice. Alright, so this green's kind of got like that hill, it's sort of a little hill as a backdrop. So this pin's way up front. Very deep green, so it looks like you can get, the yardage on this one can vary quite a bit. Kind of looks like that pin in the front's pretty well guarded. Eight iron's probably too much, but I don't want to come up short. Oh, jeez. Alright, let's check out one of the bunkers. Okay, so another two-tiered-ish green. So this looks a little similar to one, if I'm being honest. Nice open view down the other hole there. Oh, it's way too hard. Had a little mini spasm there. Hey, Matt, thanks for stopping by. Alright, great. I started birdie, eagle, double bogey. Yeah, wave to the crowd after you make a double. Okay, so straightaway par 4. It's kind of our first long one here. Oh, I think this is a pretty attractive second shot. You got the echelon of diagonal bunkers there. Looks like they're mainly there for decoration, but I still think it looks good. All right. So it looks like the back pin is kind of like has a little bowl there. And we have another tier. So every green I've looked at has had a big tier in it. Just noting that. But I mean, I think in isolation, I've liked each green up to this point. Oh, so it looks like there's some open holes kind of off to the right there. Okay, sort of mid-length par 4 here. Plenty of room to bomb it with driver. Looks like kind of a forced carry second shot. Let's see what else we got here. Oh boy. All right, we got a good kick there. So we kind of got bailed out. It happens. And we got a steeply uphill second. I like the way the bunker's set into the hill there. It looks natural. As we cut away to, ooh, I almost made that one. So yeah, I mean this one looks a little different than the other greens, but you got another big red tier. Oh, you got two of them. Okay. Think you're going to that well a little too often here. I know that's kind of you do that. You've done that on a lot of your courses, but you know I think you might want to change it up a little bit. We'll take that. Oh yeah, this course is real. It looks great. The tee shots are a little bit kind of just. Some of them seems a little bit sort of do or die so far. You know, there's not a ton of width. But I like the well, I don't know about that, man. I'd actually kind of disagree. I think maybe tee to green, sure, but the greens don't feel that way. Like the greens kind of have that. They look like they look like a post Gil Hanse Reno, right? Like they've kind of been expanded out to where they used to be. They haven't shrunken over time. All right, so we're not getting there in two. What are our layup options? Probably just plunk it down there short of the bunker. Hey, there's no tier. Well, it's mostly no tier. It kind of looks maybe a little bit like 18 at Winged Foot. It's got that big wave in the front. All right, let's try a lofted gap wedge here. That worked nicely. Yeah, so again, this looks kind of similar to the last green. You got the little kind of bowl thing in the back, and then you got kind of a tier in the front. It's not quite the same, but it feels like a variation on the same theme, you know? Got some unlandscaped backyards here. Just try. I feel like that's maybe just becoming the theme. That's all. Ooh, this lake kind of came out of nowhere. That's because I kind of I've just been taking the course as it comes. I don't like fly around and look at the routing. Okay, that was not a very fast. I think that must have been lag induced or something. Yeah, so I mean the opposite the I don't know if you're on the plot edge or something, but the opposite shoreline there looks a little bland. It's just it looks completely horizontal like it's the edge of the plot or something. You know, the shoreline isn't kind of coming out and having little recesses in it and things like that. Um, yeah, again, big tier in the green. I'm gonna stop pointing that out, but like you gotta stop going to that well every time. Okay, there's the next hole there. All right, we were able to recover from the very fast. Okay, so we got some center line bunkering. So it's par 5. I think we can probably get there. Oh, don't give me the 3-wood, please. That was a close call. Hey, Adam. Glad you could stop in. All right, we got enough club to get there. Except, oh, I thought I got a slow there, but it was perfect. All right, yeah, so that false front helped us out. Very, very, very deep green. Yeah, I know my stuttery stream is just fun to watch. I gave that too much respect. But yeah, I enjoy playing without all the aids. I use the green grids because, you know, I'm not standing on the green. I can't feel it. Okay, so we're making a turn back inland here on the 9th. Kind of looks like a sort of like a Winged Foot 10 tribute maybe with that deep bunker on the front right. Yeah, I'll take that. So this one's kind of a 3-tier job with like the high tier in the back right. That one, the pin back there is going to be tough. You do have a backstop though. I think I'm going to catch the replay of that one. Yeah, I still have to play Matt's next two. I think this and Matt's are the last two I've got to play. Then I'll have played all of the ones that have been released once I get through Matt's. All right. So other than that one hiccup on 3, pretty good 9. The clubhouse area looks lovely back there. Yeah, I guess you did, Matt. Or maybe people saw my playthroughs and now they're afraid to release their courses because they can't stand my withering critiques. Oh yeah, that's how it always is. There's like an initial burst of courses and then it slows down to a trickle and then a whole bunch come out in the last, week to 10 days. Yeah, I lurked in on one of your recent streams, Grovey. You got some work in front of you. Yeah, I know, because that's the theme of the contest, right? It's not cars in the lots, it's landscaping on your houses. Look, if I can't see it when I'm playing without a scout cam, you don't have to worry about it. But if it's right there and I'm looking at it and it doesn't look like anyone lives there, I'm gonna say something. All right, so this pin's pretty tough to get to because it's pretty much all carry from 176. Downhill lie as well, so I think I'm just playing for about a 15-footer here at best. Oh, that took a pretty big kick. But it turned out okay. I got a 4-yard chip. Yeah, that works. I mean, the pin's in a funnel, so I mean, even though there's a forced carry, I think it still works. Oh yeah, we're gonna watch that replay. Highlighted the round right here. All right, another par 3. This is a short one. I'm sure the green's pretty wild. All right, into the wind. I think we gotta loft this one a little bit. Okay. Two-tiered green. Check. Yeah, I feel like when I saw the size of I'll be honest, when I saw the size of the green on this hole, I was like, oh, there's gonna be some fun slopes and stuff, but it's I don't know. This is a bit of a letdown, I gotta be honest. It's just another big back to front job with a big tier in the front. I felt like you could have done something a little more creative with this one. All right, so another sort of mid-length par four. I really like how this green sits. You got like the dip in front of it, and then it kind of swoops back up to the green. I don't think that one's going to get there, but we'll see. Yeah, the false front kind of killed that one, but we'll take it. Ooh. We got like a high tier in the middle, and it goes down. So we haven't seen one of those yet. We got a little chipping area there. Yeah, I think I mean, this green feels like the biggest departure, like in a good way, from the ones we've seen so far. But yeah, I'll say so. Like so far, and I kind of expected this because like I've gotten to know Benny's design style a little bit more recently. Like there haven't been any like real head scratchers of like in terms of like design decisions or anything. I think I've mentioned some of the green concepts have gotten a little repetitive, but like it's not a bad concept. Okay, so I'm just totally effed. So we're just gonna chop one up the fairway here. See if we can make par the hard way here. Alright, so we kind of got like a back right tier, and then kind of like a groove in the middle of the green there. Alright, we got it up. We got it up there. And then there's a roll off at the back. That back to, I mean, given how long this hole is, that back pin is definitely a dick punch. Given that it's 515. Pardon me, had to sneeze. Okay. So we got a diagonal hazard with a creek there. And I think you can more or less tell it's there from here. I mean, it's extremely hard to deal with streams and making them visible. So I generally, as a judge, I'm willing to give people a whole lot of latitude on that. Like I feel like if I can tell it's there from kind of this view here, then you're doing a pretty good job. I do feel like I don't know. I guess yeah, 265 is not like asking that much, but I don't really think it adds anything to the whole to have this little sort of vestigial part here. Why not tempt me into just kind of moving, playing safer over here and just give me a bad angle into the green? Instead, you're kind of forcing me over to the left, which is presumably the better line. Okay, so where do I need to aim this? I think that bunker over there on the right is my reference point. I think I want to aim at it, more or less. Well, I ran out of fairway. Maybe the joke's on me. But I mean, I think it makes sense to give me lots of room to kind of screw myself over. Just because I mean, look at the angle you get if you could play down the right. It's not good. But instead, you put that bunker there, so you're basically forcing me into playing for a better angle. All right, that works out pretty well. Yeah, so here's a green that doesn't have any tiers in it. You kind of got like the little ripples coming in from right and left. Hey, Nick. Glad you could make it in. Alright, feels like this course has a lot of par 3s. I'm curious how many it is. If it's... Does it have 5 or 6? So there were 3 on the front, and then there's just the 2 on the back, so 5. So 5 par 3s and 3 par 5s. That's a good mix. No, we're not. We're doing nothing of the kind. This is a par 70. So okay. So looks like we kind of just gotta bounce one into the false front there and hope it climbs up there. All right. 16. This hole looks very, from the tee anyway, it looks very Oakmonty. Well, except with more trees, but it looks pretty neat. So it looks like we got this little appendix of fairway that you can try and carry to. It looks like it's a bit uphill, so I don't think I can make that carry with this driver. Definitely not with this wind, so I got to play out to the right. Again, maybe give me a little more room to the right there if I'm playing safe. If I've got a more powerful driver, I don't really have any incentive to play to the right side, which presumably is supposed to be the less advantageous side. Okay, but we ended up hooking it into the bunker. It didn't turn out very well. At least we carried it. I feel like I've had a number of really short chip shots. Like short, straightforward ones. This one's not super straightforward because the green's running away from me, but maybe you didn't need the little collar of fairway around the green, right? Or something. Like you could have just made the drop off happen just a tad close to the green. Yep, we got sort of a Biarritz here, except usually you don't see the front tier being the highest tier on the green. But we get a nice view of the lake. I was about to say it seemed like the lake, like there were the lake holes and then just nothing. But we have gotten a glimpse of the lake a couple times on the back nine here. All right, so I think we have pretty much zero incentive to hit driver here. That's okay. But I think the option is there to try and take it up the left to give yourself like an easy little flop. So fair play to you. So it looks like as the stream kind of coming in here and then it sort of like gets piped under that fairway. And then it comes back out over here. Got to critique the infrastructure, you know. Oh, that sucked. And we're kind of in between clubs. Alright, so we kind of got like triple tiers here. The creek looks really nice. All right, and we come to 18, par 5. Looks like it's kind of just avoid the bunkers and you get a shot in there. And we're going to miss the fairway, so forget it. Now we're in the light rough, but still, that's too long to reach. I think we'll just set ourselves up for a flop. All right, well, we managed to get it into the green side bunker. Not a trivial bunker shot, though, so I'll give him that. Oh, I was hoping we get the Johnny Miller 63. All right, so that's Old Hammond Ridge. We kind of cooled off on the back nine there. I thought visually this course was a real treat. Parkland, it's hard. It's not easy making Parkland courses pop and look, really stand out visually. But I thought this one, I think a lot of the courses I've played in so far have been really excellent visually, and I think this one stands up with all those. I mentioned that the green, it felt like the greens got a little repetitive. There were like lots of two-tiered greens or three-tiered greens with like sort of sideboards on either side. So maybe you just work on. I'm just kind of studying some greens of great courses can really go a long way in terms of generating some new ideas. Um, I mean, one thing I will like, yeah, there's nothing in there that you'd like expect that you'd like see from like a novice designer or anything. It was, I thought all the decisions were pretty sound. I thought you could have given me a little more room off the tee, just in terms, terms of options. A lot of the fairways were really narrow. There were a few cases where you made like a very defined sort of A or a B option off the tee. Um, Sometimes I thought it worked at times, but not always. So you'll hear those critiques at different points of the playthrough. But yeah, I thought and the course didn't have a lot of elevation change, but I thought it still really kept my interest, which is not easy to do. So yeah, I thought that was an enjoyable play. So, with that, we will call it a night. Thanks, guys, for hanging out. Matt, Adam, Q, Nick, Kenyon. Talk to y'all later.